right, welcome to the Voncast show. I know it's been a while, maybe a month or two since the last episode. If you look around, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll probably be like, where's the guest? Who's the special guest today? None. No guest today. I'm trying to do something different. I will have guests. I'll continue to have guests, but in the meantime, when I don't, or if I just want to talk and rant, I'll do that. Try something different this time around. Just have topics that are more engaging, right? In the past, it's been guests, and we just talk, right? It's only engagement between me and the guests. This time around, I want to try to include you and the podcast. How do you do that, you ask? Well, maybe I'll start doing stuff like where I talk about topics and y'all can go in the comments or DMs and we can have a conversation about certain topics that pertain to real life stuff, So for today, it's going to be about how to get out of a slump, right? We all go through life, ups and downs. We have our motivational periods and not so motivational periods. And I want to try to talk about how to get out of those. I mean, these aren't necessarily, guaranteed, but just some things that I've seen online that work, But before that, I'm getting some just chit chat with y'all. How y'all been? Hope everything's going well. Talk about some lighter topics before this. So this is a new format, seeing how it goes. Let's see. So because some of y'all know me, I make music, Von Eisen, and I do podcasting, right? This, I guess, will be the middle ground where it's just me, it's just Von, not so much of the rapping and the other podcast stuff, but just me talking. Let's get into it. Updates and what I've been doing for a while. Well, check it out. So I've got a full-time job, which is great. It's I work 3 to 4 days out of the week. Shifts are 12 hours, long hours, I know, but it's given me time to work on what I want to do, right? Those extra 3 to 4 days I have off, But lately, let's be real, it's been taxing. Not in a bad way, it's just, I've never worked 12-hour shifts before. I don't know if you have. I'm used to doing 4.5 to 5, 6 hours, sometimes 8-hour shifts. But this is next level. I wake up early, as I always do. I work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get off at 6:30 at night. So I have, from 6:30, it takes about 20 minutes to get home. I have from 7 o'clock to 4:45 is when I set my alarm, 4:30 to my own time. But realistically, I'll be sleeping most of that time. So 7 o'clock to 9. I try to sleep by 9 or just lay in bed by 9. Anything later, it's tough for me to wake up in the morning. I tried coffee. I get jittery. I prefer cold brew coffee. Let me know what you think. Do you like coffee? And if you do you prefer hot coffee or cold coffee? Let me know. Because for me, hot coffee, it burns my tongue. I don't like it. I know Karen likes hot coffee. Hi, Karen. Thanks for listening. She loves hot coffee and hot soup and stuff. And, my mouth is not developed for hasn't adapted to the hot coffee because I burn my tongue and it's just not a pleasant feeling, I like cold brew, but I've noticed when people said cold brew is a bit stronger, so I've noticed I've been a bit more jittery at work. There's been times when my supervisor's like, you okay? You're a bit jittery today. You're a little hyper, so there's that. Music-wise, I recently released a music video shot by the directors. It's called Another One. It was a cool video. I haven't done work with Dom in a while. What's up, man? What up, Dom T? So this guy, part of directors, he did my first music video in 2016. we've been cool since. I've recorded at his place. He's also done a handful of music videos, and it's been a while where we didn't work together because like I've been so busy and doing this and that. But now it's like, hey, I have a more stable job. We can do more videos together, and we're actually doing a music video next week for my song Sigs, produced by J57. What up, J57? If you're listening to this, you're a funny dude. Changing your name from Philip, first name, last name Pino. It's pretty funny, Filipino. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's see. Facebook jail. Starting July, I've been getting Facebook banned for dumb stuff, GIFs, and certain memes and videos and pictures that may violate Facebook community guidelines. Has anyone ever been zucked, they say, because Mark Zuckerberg zucked, ever gone to Facebook jail? It's dumb. I mean, for like more offensive troll shit, I get it, but just for, I don't know, I guess like sexual content, but it's not even like sexual. It's like porn memes. I screen cap the face or some parts of it isn't show nudity, and sometimes I still get a Facebook ban for it, right? Like this girl had vanilla cream pudding on her face. I got fucking banned for that shit. It's bullshit. So for those of you who don't know, Facebook ban, here's how it works. First you get like a ban, right? It just tells you, hey, we took down this this post. It violates community guidelines. You do it again a couple more times, you'll get a 24-hour ban. You can still use your Facebook Messenger. Do it again, 3 days. Keep doing it again, it'll be 7 days. That's where I'm at. I think from there, you get your Facebook Messenger disabled. And yeah, it sucks because if you want to keep in touch with friends or whatnot. But a solution to that is make a Facebook account, like a fake, not a Finsta, but a fake Facebook account. Sorry. Make 2 or 3. I have 2 more. But yeah, because it's dumb. Like I see stuff that should be taken down, but it's not. I don't report it, but it's like, how is this able to bypass algorithm, but my fucking memes can't? There's this one picture, right? It's a girl with it's a sandwich, right? And there's like lettuce and like cheese on it or whatever, and then in between the sandwich is her boobs, like her full-on boobs, and that for some reason bypasses the Facebook algorithm, which blows my mind. So I'm trying to figure out what really works, what can bypass, what can't. And then my recent shit, I got banned for a fucking GIF. Is it GIF or GIF? They say it's GIF. I looked online, it says GIF. It's trippy. People have always told me it's GIF. But it's a fucking GIF. I'm gonna call it GIF for now. GIF sounds weird. A fucking GIF of Nezuko from Demon Slayer. It's a GIF of her like swinging her legs up and down, back and forth like this. That's it. I got banned for that shit for 3 days. And what's weird is people I know who've used that GIF, they fought it and it was overturned, which means their Facebook ban got reversed. Mine didn't. I guess because I'm on Zuck's shit list. Anyways, so there's that. Careful what you post. Don't post it. This is Nezuko GIF. I'll link it to you so you don't post it. I've seen 4 people, 5 people get fucking banned for that shit. Alright, so after the 7-day ban, I think it's 30 days, right? A month. I think it's 3 months after that. And I think if you keep doing it, you might get a permanent Facebook ban. So careful, y'all. Let's see. Oh yeah, so lately I've been posting a lot of peanut butter, pickle, sandwich memes. First, I want to say shouts out to Shrimp Crew. Jennifer, I think, started it and brought us all on it. So it's essentially a peanut butter sandwich, right? You get bread, the peanut butter, and then you put pickles on your sandwich and you eat it like that. I know, probably like, what the fuck? That sounds really weird. That sounds really gross, but it's not. It's actually pretty good, because I'll explain it. So when you eat peanut butter, right? Usually when you have a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter honey, peanut butter banana, you want something to wash it down with because your mouth is super sticky. The peanut butter gets stuck in the roof of your mouth and you just need to wash it down. But with the pickles, it kind of cancels it out, right? It has that sweet peanut butter taste with the tanginess of the pickle. It's pretty good. Some people really shit on it. I'm not gonna name who, but some people love it, and I think you should try it out. But I made this mistake. I wasn't aware there's different types of pickles. There's like the butter chip one, the sweet ones. Those aren't too good for that. I recommend the Stackers. I forget that label, Glass or something. It's like the stork logo is blue. Get the Stackers. I've tried the famous Dave's spicy spears. Those are okay, but I like the regular pickle Stackers. Those are good for those. I've been really on that. That's been like, I've been standing that sandwich a lot. Shouts out Shrimp Crew. You know who you are. Happy belated birthday, Lisa. Let's see. Okay, so let's get into the more like serious topic, right? Getting uninspired, going through slumps, right? I went through a slump because I felt super lazy since I got this job. Money's been good, but I've just been feeling lazy. I didn't want to do podcasts, and sometimes I just lay in bed or just watch TV all day because I'm so tired. So I suppose that counts as, being unmotivated stuff. Sometimes I get unmotivated when I haven't done music in a while, right? And I guess I get insecure, like, fuck, dude, I haven't put anything out. People still like my music. Am I still, should I still, when should I put up the next stuff? And having that thought of just like beating yourself up. And here's what I do. I tend to beat myself up a lot, right, mentally, where if I mess up at work or just in life, I would usually just start saying a bunch of negative things to myself. And it's normal, right? Like, oh, fuck, I fucked up. Oh, shit. But then when you keep doing it over and over, you implement negative thoughts about yourself in your head. And you do that long enough, you start to believe it. For me, I kind of go down like a self-destructive, path, they call you, start drinking and doing other shit. Because you feel shitty, right? And, taking substances and drinking, it helps temporarily. It helps. That's another topic. But that, or just you kind of lose yourself, man. You just feel pity, you feel shitty, self-loathing, right? We all go through it, some more than others, depending on what the situation is. What I do is, personally me, I kind of sometimes it's like to veg out. I just gotta chill out. Sometimes the best thing for me is just to mellow out and just take a kind of a night off, or just kind of chill. Not a night off, but just kind of chill. Don't focus about so much and just binge watch. And that helps for a bit, right? But then it becomes non-productive when you do it too much. For me, it's like I'm doing better with that negative self-talk in my head and just kind of figure out, okay, it happened, can't change it, beating yourself up over it in your head is really not going to make it better, it's going to make it worse. I'll say sometimes I kind of like it because sometimes it's low self-esteem where it's like, you're a piece of shit. Not you, but me. I tell that to myself, fuck, dude, you're fucking up again. Like, what's the point of even trying? It's just this negative loop that keeps going and going. It's like Ganjutsu. I forget what it's called if you watch Naruto, but fuck that. So yeah, for me it's that, and it's like, it just sucks. I'm curious to know how y'all cope and deal with that. Some are less self-destructive than others, and some are pretty intense. I've had my days where I say fuck it and just get loaded. A lot better about it now, but you wonder why so many people drink or do drugs. A lot of times it's fun, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times to self-medicate, feel numb. Definitely another topic. So, I read online, there's this article, I think I saw in Ink, I'll link it below, 13 ways of how to get out of a slump or help you get out. Now, these are just basic ways. I'm not saying these are the end all, 100%. These are for just normal things, day-to-day stuff. If your slump is a lot more, intense, I highly recommend going to a therapist or a counselor for that. I'm not a therapist or nothing, so I'm not licensed to tell you what to do. These are just some solutions for everyday things, right? Like, just having a rough morning, or, kind of broke up with a partner and it's not too bad, or maybe it's bad, but, that kind of stuff where you just, you're on social media too much, which is another topic, and you just kind of compare yourself to other people, and you just feel like you're not doing enough. How do we get out of those, right? So it says here, number one is to acknowledge it. I agree with that. Sometimes I love PMA, positive mental attitude, but I think sometimes we're so PMA, right? We're so optimistic and we're so positive thinking that we don't realize that we're actually hurting, right? Sometimes we cover it up with, oh, you'll be all right, you'll be good, and it will be, but oftentimes you don't acknowledge what's going on. Like, maybe, you gotta acknowledge it, like, hey, I'm in a rut, I'm in a slump, I'm like doing too much, whatever that too much means, what applies to you. I'm doing too little, right? A slump is no different than any other problem or obstacle in life. You can't simply stick your head in the sand and deny that it exists. Admit that you're feeling really low, acknowledge the problem, start right there. Very true, right? Accept it. Like I mentioned earlier, gotta accept it. Sometimes I don't accept that I'm like partying too much, and I keep partying too much until it gets to a really bad point. So for me, it's like, all right, you're doing too much, accept it happens, accept it. It's okay. It's okay to feel shitty. It's okay to feel bad. Again, with the PMA thing, like, we don't sometimes acknowledge that we're feeling shitty, right? Because we don't want to burden other people or ourselves, or we don't think that our mental health is worth it, right? Like, we don't, I'll be all right, let me just power through this day, and even though it's shitty, and oftentimes that's okay, short-term thing, but if we gotta like have a one-on-one conversation with ourselves, like, all right, look, when you're alone, maybe not with friends, by yourself, and say, hey, like, how about talking to yourself, like, how am I doing today, or what's going on? I know I don't do that as much as I should. I really just try to go throughout my day, and sometimes, these negative thoughts or how I'm feeling, they just kind of bubble in my head, and I kind of repress it. We're just saying, all right, we'll just stay busy, right? Do a podcast, make music, which is great. They're not fully distractions. It's a good distraction for a little bit, but I think it's when you don't address problems head on like that, you tend to bottle it up, and you do that for long enough, it's gonna implode, Be open to letting go. That's tough. It says, Do you know someone who always has some kind of drama in their life, and they always seem to love to tell you about it? They're stuck in perpetual victim mode. It's an easy but painful place to live. If you want to get out of the slump, you have to be willing to let go. Don't look for sympathy. Look for solutions. I agree with that. Now, I won't get too deep into living like a victim mode, because that's such a general term. But I think pretty much is what I think I'm getting from that is you got to be accountable for your life, right? Sure, things can happen to you that are caused by external factors. Again, this is different levels. This is me just saying like shit happens, like someone cuts you off in the car, your boss is mean to you, very basic stuff. But for more deeper things, definitely see a counselor. But yeah, I think we gotta be accountable, right? We gotta find solutions. I personally trying to do less complaining and trying to figure shit out, as opposed to me saying, oh fuck, like, okay, I didn't do this, this, and this. I kind of blame external factors. But then recently I'm more like, okay, what can I do to keep moving on? What are solutions I can do? Let's see, for example, what's a good one that I do? Like, all right, let's say like I'm late to work, right? Or I fuck up at work. I can just be like stuck in this mode where I keep doubting myself and keep, like beating myself up. That in turn makes me more prone to make more mistakes because I'm so not focused at work. So a solution would be, okay, I'm fucking up at work. Let me take a breather. Let me relax, just chill, and just kind of focus on what I'm doing at hand. That's a solution, right? Talk about it. Now, I'm all for talking about it to friends, but again, if it's really bad, I don't think friends are a therapist necessarily. It's good to vent, right? But you gotta set boundaries. You really have to set boundaries if you're talking to friends, because they also have stuff going on. Those boundaries, you can talk to your friends like, hey, do you have time to listen to me vent, as opposed to just venting straight up, which is cool once in a while, but keep doing it, it's really unhealthy, right? Talk about it, write it in a journal, put it in a song. Oftentimes, when we talk about it, it helps. We may not find a solution, but that release is a form of healthy coping mechanism, as opposed to always drinking and partying and doing drugs, which, you do what you do. I'm not here to tell you don't do drugs, I think, or drink too much. I mean, you know the consequences, and if not, you should look them up. Health consequences, mental health consequences, legal consequences, right? I think everything in moderation is cool, Don't throw a pity party. That's what it says in number 4. Agree with that. I think I don't pity anyone. I don't have much sympathy for anyone. It's more I have empathy. Because sympathy is kind of like pity, and I don't like to pity people. I empathize with them. It says, you feel down, you feel like a failure. You feel like things are never going to get better. So what do? You throw a pity party. You tell more and more people how unfair things are. You want their pity. You want them to tell you that you are justified and you should feel bad. But this only has the effect of prolonging it. When you're in this mode, you're not looking for any solutions. You're just looking for people to feel sorry for you. Cancel your pity party and focus on getting out of it instead. Again, this is different from just your typical venting. Hey, I'm having a rough day, this and that. That's fine. But I think it's when you prolong it and you keep doing it, it really, you kind of like, you keep it going in your mind, right? Some say that you are what you think. The stuff in your mind that resonates the most tends to kind of manifest itself into reality because that's all you think about. I think there's a link to that in your subconsciousness. Go on a positive mental diet. While I was talking to my friend, trying to help him get out of his slump, he started to tell me about all the terrible things we're currently going through in the world. It turns out that he's been watching the news a lot. His mind is getting filled up with negativity and it's making things worse. Alright, I agree with this too. I don't watch the news. Sorry I'm uninformed, but it's just so fucking negative, right? It's ridiculous. I mean, you watch the news and you're just bombarded with fear, paranoia, and for me, I just don't. It's not my thing, you know. I like to watch inspirational stuff, listen to a podcast, watch YouTube videos, just the people doing great things or videos on how to get out of bad things, you know. Yeah, just really watch what you consume on social media. Because I've noticed myself that I would get so caught up in being angry at a certain group or certain person because it's online, and this anger, they want us to feel angry, right? I mean, it's good to feel angry, don't get me wrong. When there's injustice, we gotta feel angry and do something about it. But if we're all just always angry and seeing these things and not doing anything about it, being more proactive in your community or, doing protests and stuff and just live with it, it's unhealthy. Trolls, sometimes we let trolls get to us on social media. We see a lot of stuff that upsets us and we just it's called hate watching, I think, right? Where you love watching stuff you hate. It's kind of like, why are you doing that? You can be watching stuff you love. You're feeding into this anger, and that type of anger is just not conducive. It's not productive. You just feel really shitty, and it really affects your interactions with people and yourself. So I agree with that. Raise your energy level. I think I definitely need to do more exercise, right? Exercise, whether it's be jogging, walking, going to a gym, push-ups, whatever. Anything to get your heart rate up, doing physical activity. I think that definitely helps. Kind of boost your energy level, your serotonin, releases dopamine. Because a lot of times I'm just in my room most of the day and I get kind of bummed out. And I think to myself, why am I getting bummed out? It's chilling. It's what it is. I just find myself just not doing much, and I think walking around the block or doing something will help you get out of a slump. Get you out of a bad mood at least. If you're feeling anxious, go for a bike ride or something. I think a lot of the times why I drink or party is because I'm anxious or I'm bored. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to implement more exercise because I don't do it as much. Now, granted, most of you know I ride my bike a lot, but it's riding my bike for transportation instead of for fun. So yeah, definitely if you have the time, do some push-ups, walk around kind of thing, do some exercise, get some sweat going, it helps out. Think it, right? I try to see silver lining in many situations, right? A lot of times when you're in these dark places in your life, when you're, in a slump, it's a sign, right? I mean, sure, it's a sign that life is shitty, but it's also I don't know if you want to see it a good sign. It's okay, I notice I'm in a shitty place in my life. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to rise up to the occasion. It's kind of like that for me. When I fuck up in life or just shit goes bad, I don't get to do a podcast or I don't get to do this and that. Because I noticed I haven't done a podcast in a while, and I'm thinking, hey, this is an opportunity for me to get back on the horse and get back on my feet and just keep it consistent, as opposed to just saying, oh fuck, man, it's been a month since I've done a podcast. Should I still keep doing podcasts? What do people think? I haven't done a podcast in a month. that mentality doesn't really help. So it's more like, all right, well, I'm put in this position, see it as a lesson, A lot of times our mistakes, we just see them as mistakes and not as lessons. We see them as we're fucking up, we're pieces of shit, we're lazy, this and that. Now, partially, yeah, we might be lazy or to fuck up, but it's rare that we ever see them as, all right, what is the universe trying to teach me? Like, let's say, I've been slacking, I've been disorganized. What is the universe trying to teach me aside from like I'm fucking up? Well, maybe it's teaching me like that, I need to be more organized. This is an opportunity. This mistake I've made has consequences, but it's given me an opportunity to become better organized. Since I've realized the error in my ways, let me write stuff down. Let me put it in a calendar. Let me set an alarm. That kind of thing. So there's that. And surround yourself with positive people. I can't like, this is probably the number one thing for me, right? You are who you surround yourself. You are who you surround yourself with. Like if you hang out with a bunch of positive people, it'll probably rub off on you, right? If you hang out with negative people that do bad stuff all the time, you'll probably do that too. So it really depends. I really highly encourage you to cut out, negative people, toxic people in your life, or if you can't completely, just minimize your contact with them, because, at the end of the day, you're accountable, you're responsible for how you feel. And if you hang out with negative people all the time and you feel negative too and just go down that path, you really can't blame them for how they are. We can't change people how they are. You gotta blame yourself and take accountability, like, well, I had a chance not to hang out with them, but I did anyways. That's what I've been doing recently. So yeah, hang out with more positive people. People that, they may not necessarily be always positive, but people that just want to better themselves, that just want to try new things and kind of support what you're doing. I do creative stuff, and I don't hang out with people that say, oh, you can't do it, get a real fucking job. First off, fuck you. And two, why the fuck am I hanging out with you and your fucking, boring ass life, I'm not saying that it's like that, but, why would you hang out with people that always, put you down or kind of step on your dreams, when half the time probably because they didn't make it, they didn't, pursue their dreams, and they feel bitter, they're just stuck in this job, or it's like, I just do it, just to do it, and kind of shit. So, sorry, I went off in a rant there, but hang out with positive people that make you challenge yourself, that kind of stuff. Chakra System. Sometimes it's a matter of changing everything up, or just changing one big thing to Chakra System. Are you a night owl? Try waking up early for a week. Are you super serious? Make laughter a priority for a few days. Should I know the memes? Look at the memes. Are you always online and on your phone? Yes. Try a digital detox. I like that. I think a lot of us, especially myself, have noticed I've been online on social media way too much, and I think it's hampering my productivity. So I'm trying to be more conscious of it. I'm going to set an alarm maybe like 15 to 20 minutes, an hour of social media time, and the rest stuff I gotta do. Help someone else. One of the best ways to change your entire mood is to help someone else. It's quite possibly the most effective and gratifying way to truly get out of yourself and give back. Very true. Agree with that. Be grateful. When you're stuck in a slump, it's easy to feel like there's nothing good in your life. I found this can be farther from the truth. No matter what's going on in my life, there's always something that I can be grateful for. Very true, right? Most of us, if you listen to this, You probably have a roof over your head. You probably have running water. You probably have electricity. You probably have at least one person that cares for you. You probably have, those are things that not everyone else has, and we tend to take that for granted. The clothes on your back, a bed to sleep in, or a place to sleep in. We tend to take those things for granted when we're going through shitty periods in life, and that's what I like to kind of take inventory of. Take inventory of your blessings, not what you don't have. And to me, it doesn't always make me feel super better, but it makes me feel grateful and content with life and say, all right, well, it could be a lot worse, but it's not. Thank you, universe. 13, last one, take action. We could sit down and plan all day, but those plans won't mean much if we don't take action. Start off small. We can't always rise up and do the biggest goal. We gotta start small. Maybe go for a walk. From there, plan out stuff and do little things. This podcasting, like starting over again essentially, because I haven't done it in a month. 1 week at a time. Let me try to do one podcast a week at least, whether it be this format or have a guest with me. For music, let me just focus on writing music for like 15-20 minutes and rehearse that for a little bit. Every day, small things, small steps to bigger goals, and that's about it. Let me know what y'all do when you're feeling down, when you have a slump. How do you get out of it? Email me, and if you want, I can, for the next episode, I can share your story, and only with your consent. You don't have to email me, but if you want to be anonymous, cool. The email is going to be voncastquestions@gmail.com. I hope that no one took that email, because I'll be really bummed out. But yeah, shoot me an email, and if you want, I can read them. I can leave your name out, or I can keep your name in, and we can have a discussion on what you do when you get out of a slump. Everyone's different. Everyone has different methods. Not one method is better than the other. Some work better for others. So with that said, thank you for listening, and we'll see how these go. It's my first time, not very much rehearsed, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope these are more engaging for y'all. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't, subscribed to the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Also follow the Instagram at The Voncast Show. My name is Vaughn. Thank you so much. Shout out CJ for the collective drip, collective lifestyle. Check that out. And I will see y'all later. Thank you very much. Have a great week, great weekend, good morning, good night, all that.